The history of the United States is rich and complex, shaped by diverse peoples, events, and cultural developments over centuries. Here is a brief overview. Indigenous peoples, pre-1492. Long before European settlers arrived, the land now known as the United States was inhabited by Native American tribes, including the Cherokee, Navajo, Sioux, and Iroquois. These indigenous peoples developed rich cultures, societies, and economies across the continent. European colonization, 1492 to 1776. In 1492, Christopher Columbus's voyage marked the beginning of European exploration and colonization. The British, French, Dutch, and Spanish established colonies in North America. The British established 13 colonies along the Atlantic coast, which became the foundation of the United States. American Revolution, 1775 to 1783. Tensions between the British Crown and the American colonists grew due to issues like taxation without representation. The American Revolution began in 1775, and in 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, proclaiming the colony's independence from Britain. The war ended in 1783 with the Treaty of Paris, and the United States was officially recognized as a new nation. Expansion and the Civil War, 1800s. The 19th century was marked by westward expansion, fueled by the Louisiana Purchase, 1803, and the belief in manifest destiny. However, sectional conflicts over slavery led to the American Civil War, 1861 to 1865. The Union, North, fought to preserve the United States and eventually abolished slavery. The war ended with the defeat of the Confederacy, South, and President Abraham Lincoln played a key role in this era. Industrialization and World Wars, late 1800s to 1945. The US underwent rapid industrialization in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, becoming a global economic power. It also became a dominant player in world affairs, particularly after participating in World War I, 1917 to 1918. After World War II, 1939 to 1945, the US emerged as a global superpower, leading the creation of the United Nations and the rebuilding of Europe through the Marshall Plan. Cold War and Civil Rights, 1945 to 1991. The Cold War between the US and the Soviet Union dominated international politics for decades. Domestically, the 1950s to 60s saw significant civil rights movements, with leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. fighting for racial equality and the end of segregation. The Cold War ended with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. Modern era, 1990s present. The US has remained a global leader in economics, politics, and military power. The 21st century brought challenges such as the 9/11 terrorist attacks in 2001, wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, and the global financial crisis in 2008. The country continues to grapple with social, economic, and political issues, including immigration, healthcare, and climate change, while maintaining its status as a leading democracy. The United States has evolved from a group of colonies into one of the most powerful nations in the world, with a history marked by conflict, innovation, and progress.